This is Daryl Evans with Kings Vision at LAKings.com with Kings insider John Rosen. Kings preparing for Game 4 of the series, now leading the series 2-1 against San Jose. Looking back at Game 3, John, you got to give San Jose credit. They come out, they got a power play right off the bat when Jake Muzzin elevated the puck over the glass, and they wasted no time taking advantage of things, scoring just 4 seconds into it. One of the issues for the entire series so far has been faceoffs. San Jose won it clean, took control of the game from there.
Absolutely. Somewhat what the Kings did not really want to do to start out the game. LA didn't want to take early penalty trouble. They didn't want to be able to have to fight off that San Jose power play, which is now operating at 40% at home. That was a clean draw. LA was better in the face-off dot than they had been in Game 2. Still, obviously, when you're without the services of Jarrett Stoll, the power play or the penalty kill is going to be a challenge. The face-off dot is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Kings rose to that occasion. We're strong at the face-off dot, especially for the first 2 periods. San Jose, overall, over the course of the game, able to come through. First goal of the game, a power play goal. Game-winning goal, a power play goal. So LA obviously looking to shore up its penalty killing and hopefully increase some of its 5-on-5 scoring as well.
And when you look at the majority of the game being played 5-on-5, Kings have to do a better job at creating offense well in that situation. More guys driving to the net, getting more pucks into that area. They've gone through spurts in games, but I think what we've seen in the Kings going back to last year's playoff run, and then during the season when the Kings are at their best, generally they're cycling the puck and they're getting a lot of things going towards that net. They haven't been able to establish that against San Jose on a consistent basis. Some of it has to do with the line changes and things like that, but that's something that's definitely going to have to take change in Game 4. Kings are going to have to get to the front of the net, make it difficult on Antti Niemi in front of the crease. You look at what the Sharks have done to Quick at the other end. Kings have to establish that in San Jose's end.
Yeah, they've got to go in there, get in on the forecheck. The way that the Kings scored that 5-on-5 goal back in Game 3 was a very healthy forecheck. You saw Trevor Lewis get in, pressure the defenseman behind the net. Brad Stewart turns over the puck, puts it right onto Tyler Toffoli's stick. By the way, that was a terrific backhand that the rookie was able to show, able to tie the game up at 1. But that's exactly what the Kings need to do. Lots of pressure deep in the offensive end. Hits on these San Jose defensemen. Players like Anze Kopitar, Dustin Brown, they are able to use their size, their hitting ability to go in, take that puck away, engineer that cycle, and start getting chances with bodies out in front. Seems to be the Kings' bread and butter, ways that they are able to control the game via possession. San Jose also a very strong possession team. We'll see who's able to come away and really impose their will here in Game 4 coming up.
And as we see the Kings prepare today, practicing before they head to San Jose for that game, some line changes again for the Kings. Kyle Clifford on the ice, that's a good sign. It brings him that physical presence. One of the areas they really would like to improve upon is that forecheck, establishing that cycle in the offensive zone. Kyle Clifford does bring that element. Tyler Toffoli stays on the line with Trevor Lewis and Dustin Penner. That line I thought was very effective. Those guys seem to be getting in on the forecheck, making things happen. Kings have to get more, though, from their top line. Kopitar, Williams, and Brown collectively as a group. Not necessarily that it means all goals, but I think they're doing a great job in the defensive zone. But offensively, they've got to spend more time in there and wear San Jose's defense down.
Absolutely. The top line, if you call them the top line, Kings really have 2 top lines, as Daryl Sutter had said yesterday. They have to perform, get those points up on the scoreboard. The hitting, playing the defensive end has been fantastic, really part of the staple of the Kings' play. They're also looking to account for a lot more production as well. Talking about the 4th line, it's good to see Kyle Clifford on the ice once again. He had been out with an undisclosed injury. He's skating today with Colin Fraser and Brad Richardson. Hopefully that shores up the 4th line because it kind of had been a little bit of a revolving door in there. Tanner Pearson made his NHL debut. Graded out fine, as Daryl Sutter said yesterday. But, of course, you'd like to see that continuity, that consistency on that 4th line. Kyle Clifford fits that role very well. He's also productive against the San Jose Sharks. Tied for the team lead in scoring back in that 2011 playoff series between the teams. Also had a couple goals against San Jose earlier this year in the regular season. Somebody that very valuable. If he is able to go in, get in there and play in Game 4, could be a huge asset to this Kings team, especially for that physicality and getting in on the forecheck, as you said.
Well, yesterday a day off, one of those maintenance type of days. Everybody kind of healing the bumps and bruises. Today a full workout for Daryl Sutter and his hockey club. They will fly up to San Jose, prepare for Game 4. Game 4 should be a good one, a pivotal one in the series. Kings looking to take a commanding 3-1 series lead. They're going to have to do it with a little bit more oomph in that Game 4. I think that San Jose, they've got a little bit of confidence right now. Again, a team that only lost 2 games in regulation on home ice. They're going to put up a lot of resistance.
Yeah, there's a pretty pivotal game coming up here in this series. Obviously, if San Jose were to win this game, tie up the series, they would have the momentum coming back to Los Angeles. Of course, the cliche is that a playoff series hasn't really begun until a home team loses. But if LA could go up there, come away with a victory, something that they've done a very good good job. But this LA Kings team, even if they haven't played their best 60 minutes of hockey yet in the postseason, they've been finding ways to come away with wins. If they were able to eke one out coming up in Game 4, really go up, establish their identity, that strong physical play, smart in their own zone. Another terrific performance by Jonathan Quick. Coming back home with an opportunity to close it out for Game 5 would be an enormous asset. Of course, this is going to be a very challenging San Jose team that played their best hockey late in the season. Antti Niemi, a Vezina candidate. This should be an excellent Game 4 coming up at HP Pavilion.
Yeah, both teams will be playing with a lot of desperation in that game. We'll report tomorrow from the pregame skate in San Jose. For John Rosen, I'm Daryl Evans for Kings Vision at LAKings.com.